Goal for Draghi! Yes, Mario Draghi from the ECB should have been on the Olympic team. The man kicked the can as far as he could today, and it sent stocks soaring. Yes, the can kicking continues since 2008-2009. One thing we have learned, and I've said it over and over and over and over and over and over again, do not fight the central banks. Don't fight them. Just trade along with what they're giving you, which is cheap money. And cheap money is rising out of bonds and into stocks. And we hit a multi-year high today. And I wanted to highlight just a trader at optionmillionaires.com. His name is Jimmy Bob. You guys know him on iHub. He's hit it out of the park this week. He was Albert Pujols. Not at the start of the season. Maybe not even at the end of the season. Probably last year or the year before that when he was actually hitting the ball. Before he got his gigantic contract from the Anaheim team. So, had some great calls. You guys can look it up. I wanted to highlight that, and I also wanted to highlight SPY. And this month of August, pretty much from the first week on, it's just been kind of a slugfest. This right here is wiping out option premium. Was not an easy market to trade. Pretty much just go to the beach and come back about here. But it was all worth it. Trading action like this for a month could cut into your gains. Make it very difficult for an out-of-the-money option trader to make any money. However, a move like this, just in one day, could make up for this and then some. And I think that's what happened to a lot of traders out there. Jimmy Bob was talking about earlier in the week, was talking about CMG. He was talking about LinkedIn. He was talking about SINA. Let's look at LinkedIn real quick here. This is the LinkedIn $115 calls. He posted these in the chat room, posted these on iHub, bought them himself in the 20s, 20 cents. And today hit $5.50. So to put that kind of gain into perspective, that's $200 into $5,500 in 2 days. Just a great call. This is a guy who's been behind LinkedIn for a long time, since it was $60. And in spite of all the naysayers, the bears out there, people calling the PE ridiculous, crazy, wild, he's stuck behind it. And he's looking more right than pretty much everyone else. And actually pointed out, I believe it was Jeffries, put a buy rating on him. That's pretty much the start of the rally that we've seen the last 2 days. That's kind of the match that lit the kindling for LinkedIn to head higher. People are actually jumping on the bandwagon. And the best part about trading stock and options is if you can get on that bandwagon before everybody else, you stand to make a substantial profit. And look at these candles here, just the last 2 days. That's a very nice profit. Look at that. Let me just take the studies off. That's just a huge move. And Jimmy Bob was on it. He was on it yesterday morning. He was also on the 120 calls. Posted those in the chat room. They're virtually bidless. And look, even this morning, you might have been shaken out here, but he wasn't. He was a stalwart. He was stuck to his position. He knew it. And he was talking about it too. You go to stocktwits.com. He was talking about the unusual volume that we've been seeing. He was talking about how people are going to be jumping on the bandwagon. And sure enough, they did. They just piled in here all the way from 5 cents up to $1.45 today. It's a gigantic move. You could have got in today, say, at 15 cents while he was talking about them in the chat room at Investor Sub. That's a 10 contract buy at 15 cents would be $150. Could have sold them for $1,450 later on in the day. Just an amazing move. How about Chipotle Mexican Grill? You can go to stocktwits.com also. He was talking about the burrito, and that's Mikey likes to call it to you. Mikey, he's coined the term. He doesn't call him CMG, it's burrito. But he was piling into the options, the call contracts. That was Jimmy Bob. I believe he posted on iHub his positions. He bought in about 3 or 4 different strike prices on the same strike, the $300 strike. And look at it today, just a massive move. He talked about it when it was at about $290, say it was going to $300. And sure enough, it did. Look at the gain here, 1,757%. That's just on the day. An amazing move higher. And again, brought to you by Jimmy Bob. And earlier in the week, at the open on Tuesday, the day after Labor Day, he was talking about SINA. and he got those at 20 cents. Boom, $2.70. That's $200 to $2,700 at the high today. Just some amazing calls. That's why we trade stock options. And if you go back to the SPY, we had the theta kill here from the last month, right in here, and then boom, you can almost call this here a bull flag, and this candle a breakout of that that bull flag. So we hit new highs, new multi-year highs, and as Jimmy Bob said, we blink and there we are. We are here. Not a lot of people thought we were going to hit highs here. Everybody saw the rally and kept trying to sell it, and that's how this market works. Sure enough, at some point we will fall, and I'm going to have a video coming up this week. I have my week ahead Sunday night. Hopefully it won't interfere too much with your football watching plans. We'll watch Peyton Manning throw a couple touchdowns. Then we'll do the UPB look ahead about 10:30 p.m. Thanks for tuning in. But sure enough, just a great day. Draghi. Woof. Again, he was out with a lot of words last month, and this one he put his words to action. Unlimited bond buying. The man has a credit card with no credit limit. That's great, isn't it? When the central banks can just do whatever they want, that's got to be bullish for the economy, right? This is all about monetary policy. It's got nothing to do with the economy. Some bad numbers out of Europe this week, but that's irrelevant. What is relevant is the amount of money to chase assets, namely equities, and that's what we saw today. So, all right, UPB here from OptionMillionaires.com. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you Sunday night at 10:30 p.m. for my look ahead after Peyton Manning's thrown 3 touchdowns to Denarius Thomas. Goodbye.